Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Our course title is Advanced Physical Chemistry. I am Dr. Anafarat Mahmood. We are attending our lecture number 10, and the course is conductometry. Course code is CHEM 311 and 7. Now let us go our lecture on our slide number 3. The contents are: number 1, the types of adsorption isotherm, and number 2, Freundlich and Langmuir isotherm. Now let us start our lecture on our slide number 4. So these are the types of adsorption isotherm. The first type is Langmuir isotherm, the second type is Freundlich isotherm, third type is Temkin isotherm, and fourth type is Dubinin Radushkevich DR isotherm. Fifth type is Brunner Emmett and Taylor Pett isotherm. Now let us go our slide number 5. This is Langmuir adsorption isotherm. The history of it is that in 1916, Dr. Irving Langmuir presented his model. Langmuir was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1932. Adsorption can be physiisorption. It means that it is saying that it is basically physical absorption, or chemisorption. And the fourth point is that estimate the adsorption capacity of adsorbent used. Now let us go to slide number 6. It is about the basic assumptions of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. The first basic assumption is that each absorbent has a specific number of sites for adsorption. It means that all the number of sites are not absorbed by adsorbent of adsorbate. So there are some specific number of sites on which adsorbate it is adsorbed on the adsorbent. So the number 2 assumption is that all adsorption sites are equivalent, so heat of adsorption is constant and equivalent for all sites. Number 3 assumption is that adsorbate molecules attached the adsorption sites. Number 4, one molecule of adsorbate can be formed. It means it is the adsorption in which one molecule of adsorbate is used. So this adsorption will be called as monolayer adsorption. So number 5 point of basic assumptions of Langmuir adsorption isotherm is that adsorbate molecules have tendency to get absorbed and desorb from adsorption sites. Okay, this point is saying basically a concept is that adsorbate molecules have the capability, have tendency to get absorbed and desorb, from adsorption sites. So the adsorbate molecules can attach on the adsorbent and can be detached from the adsorbent. The sixth point of basic assumption is that there is no interaction between molecules of adsorbate which have been adsorbed. It means that there will be no bonding, no interaction, no attraction between the adsorbate that have been adsorbed. It means that when molecules of adsorbate are adsorbed on the adsorbent, it means that when gaseous molecules are adsorbed, gaseous molecules are called adsorbate. So the adsorbate molecules are adsorbed on the solid adsorbent, then there will be no interaction in between the adsorbate molecules, because now the adsorbate molecules are adsorbed on the solid surface or the adsorbent. So the number 7 basic assumption is that rate of adsorption is relatively high as compared to rate of desorption at initial stage. When at the initial stage, when the adsorption is being high, it means that the molecules of adsorbate are being adsorbed on the adsorbent surface. So it means that the rate of adsorption will be relatively comparatively reasonably high as compared to the rate of desorption at initial stage. So let us go our slide number 7. It is the mathematical expression of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. The linear form of Langmuir isotherm is that 1 over QE is equal to 1 over CE BQM plus 1 over QM. Basically it follows the straight line equation, which is y is equal to mx plus c. So the y will be equal to 1 over QE and mx will be equal to 1 over CEBQM. Okay, and c will be equal to 1 over QM, where QE is equal to quantity of adsorbate that is adsorbed per unit weight of adsorbent at equilibrium, and CE is the concentration of adsorbate at equilibrium in solution after adsorption, and QM is equal to maximum adsorption capacity, and B is equal to Langmuir adsorption equilibrium constant. It means that at equilibrium, when the adsorption has been taken place, at equilibrium there will be equal amount of adsorbent and adsorbate molecules. It means that no further adsorption taking place at equilibrium, or we can say that at equilibrium the molecules that are being adsorbed is equal to the number of molecules that are being desorbed. Okay, now let us go to slide number 8. This is graphical form of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Isotherm is plotted between 1 over QE versus 1 over CE, and the slope of the graph gives the value of QM and intercepts gives the value of B. Basically the equation is that 1 over QE is equal to 1 over CE BQM plus 1 over QM, and the graph is plotted in between 1 over QE at y-axis and 1 over versus 1 over CE at x-axis. Okay, the equation of straight line is given as y is equal to mx plus c, and m is equal to representing 0.2597 mx plus c. The value of c is equal to 0.0018, and here the r square is equal to 0.9637, and the straight line giving the slope of the graph shows the value of adsorption, Langmuir adsorption isotherm of qm versus the intercepts b. Okay, now let's go our slide number 9. This slide is about the limitations of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. First limitation is that it holds only at low pressure. Okay, it does not hold at the high pressure. Second limitation is that the multi-layer adsorption is possible, but Langmuir adsorption isotherm does not explain about the multi-layer adsorption. In our last slides we have discussed about the monolayer adsorption, not multi-layer adsorption. So Langmuir does not explain about the multi-layer adsorption. And the third limitation is that it ignores adsorbate interactions. Okay, there are also adsorbate interactions, means that the molecules of adsorbate also interact with each other, also attract to each other, but the Langmuir adsorption isotherm does not explain about that interaction. It ignores about that interaction. Okay, now our fourth point of limitation is that it fails to account for the surface roughness of the adsorbent. And number fifth point is that saturation value of adsorption depends upon the temperature, but Langmuir adsorption isotherm does not explain it. It does not explain about the saturation value of adsorption. Okay, now let us go our slide number 10. It is about the second type of adsorption isotherm, which is Freundlich adsorption isotherm. In 1909, Dr. Herbert Freundlich explained about this type of adsorption isotherm. This isotherm is an empirical expression that accounts for surface heterogeneity. The surface heterogeneity explains about that there are different surfaces of the adsorbent and adsorbate. So this heterogeneity of the surface accounts for the empirical expression of the isotherm. So the assumptions are written here. First assumption is that surface roughness. It means that it explains about that surface is rough, and how much roughness it further explains. And the second point is that adsorbate interactions. In our the first type, Langmuir adsorption isotherm, and there will be no explanation about the surface roughness, and no explanation was written about the adsorbate interactions. So this second type, also called as the also called the enhanced Langmuir adsorption isotherm. Okay, the third point of assumption is that inhomogeneity of adsorption sites. The surface will be heterogeneity, and the adsorption sites are the inhomogeneity. It means that The sites where adsorption taking place are the homogeneous. It means that all the sites are the same because adsorption are taking place on that sites, so the physical conditions of that sites will be homogeneous. So it explains that the adsorption sites are inhomogeneous. So it explains about inhomogeneity of adsorption sites. Now let us go our slide number 11. It is about mathematical form of Fredlich adsorption isotherm. The linear equation is that x over m is equal to kpe 1 over raised to the power 1 over n, and n will be greater than 1. Or x over m is equal to kce 1 over n into n greater than 1. Here equations are two, but these equations are same. The difference is that in the first equation P is written that for the adsorbate molecules, for the gaseous molecules are gaseous atoms, so the gaseous molecules have some pressure, that is why Pe is written, and Ce is written for the concentrations for the liquid solutions that adsorbed on the solid surfaces. Okay, now the x is the mass of the gas adsorbed on the mass m of the adsorbent. Basically x is the adsorbate mass on the mass m of the adsorbent solid. P is the pressure of the gas, and Ce is the equilibrium concentration of the adsorbate in solution or in liquid form. K and N are the constants. So if we plot a graph between x over m and the concentration CeQe, then we have a line that represents the Fredlich's data for acetic acid, and this line has the K is equal to 2.7 and N is equal to 3, so it is greater than 1. It is the mathematical expression of Langmuir adsorption isotherm. The linear form of Langmuir isotherm is that 1 over QE is equal to 1 over CeBQm plus 1 over QM. Basically it is the it follows the straight line equation, which is y is equal to mx plus c. So the y will be equal to 1 over QE and mx will be equal to 1 over CeBQM. Okay, and c will be equal to 1 over QM, where QE is equal to quantity of adsorbate that is adsorbed per unit weight of adsorbent at equilibrium, and Ce is the concentration of adsorbate at equilibrium in solution after adsorption, and Qm is equal to maximum adsorption capacity, and B is equal to Langmuir adsorption equilibrium constant. It means that at equilibrium, when the adsorption has been taken place, this is about the constants of the Fredlich adsorption isotherm. Kf approximately indicates adsorption capacity. It is also called Fredlich constant, and 1 over n is a function of the strength of adsorption. It means that higher will be adsorption, higher will be n. If n is equal to 1, the boundary between two phases is independent of the concentration. This concentration C is for the solution molecules adsorbate. If we have a gaseous then n will be equal to 1, and boundary between two phases is will be independent of the pressure in case of gas molecules adsorbate. Okay, and fourth point is that 1 over n below 1 will be indicates a normal adsorption, and n varies with heterogeneity of the adsorbent. It means that if the adsorbent surface has heterogeneous sides, then n will vary, and range for favorable adsorption is of the 1 to 10. It is the range of the favorable adsorption. Okay, 1 over n, if 1 over n is equal to 0, x over m is equal to constant, the adsorption is independent of the pressure. If there will be so the pressure here, pressure is used for the gaseous molecules adsorbate. Okay, if 1 over n is equal to 1, x over m is equal to kp. Here p is for the pressure of the gaseous molecules. It means that x over m will directly proportional to m. If we remove the constant, then we put the sign of proportionality, x over m directly proportional to p pressure. It means that x over m is the adsorption, and adsorption varies directly with pressure. It means that higher will be pressure of the gaseous molecule adsorbate, higher will be adsorption. Okay, now let us go over slide number 14. This is about graphical form of Fredolic adsorption isotherm. The parameters of the Fredolic isotherm can be determined by plotting a graph between log QE versus log CE. Log QE is taken on the y-axis and log CE taken on the x-axis. The equation for Fredolic adsorption constant is equal to log QE is equal to log KF plus 1 over n log CE in case of solution or liquid adsorbate molecules. Okay, the straight line equation is that y is equal to mx plus c. The m is equal to 0.9452 and mx plus c is equal to 1.3982. Okay, we have the value of the Fredolic adsorption isotherm straight line is equal to r square is equal to 0.9637. So this graph straight line relates with the Fredolic adsorption isotherm line. Okay, let us go over slide number 15. This is about limitations of Fredolic adsorption isotherm. It is purely empirical and has no theoretical basis. Okay, equation is valid only up to a certain pressure and invalid at higher pressure. Okay, the first point was that it is purely empirical and has no theoretical basis. We have seen that by putting our equation we can find the values of the constants, and we can see that our graph line was straight, and this graph line straight was showing the straight line equation, was following the straight line equation. So it is purely empirical and has no theoretical. It is not based on the theoretical talkings. Okay, the second point is that equation is valid only up to a certain pressure and invalid at higher pressure. And the third point is that the constants k and n vary with the temperature. So the constant does not vary, but here these constants vary with temperature. The fourth point is that Fredolic adsorption isotherm fails at higher concentration of the adsorbate. It means that at higher concentration Fredolic adsorption isotherm straight line does not hold and it fails. So, due to these limitations, the second type of adsorption isotherm was not correct and it was corrected, and the third type was introduced. Okay, let us go our next slide. Okay, this was our lecture number 10. Any question regarding to this lecture number 10, you can ask freely. Dear students, Allah Hafiz.